P2Q is basically three celebrations, and the two is two things to work on or to improve. And it's just the question is just one question to ask my teachers, and I'll begin. So my name is Marcus Torres. If you didn't know that, and three things to celebrate. My first one is teamwork. I love being in a group because we all help each other and count on each other to do our part. Well, depending on the person. During our silent film project, I was in a group with Gabe and Gustavo. We all know each other, talk, and to me, it was a great group to work with because we all got our work done. We all have a good relationship and helped each other whenever we could. One time during our project, we had to refilm mostly all of our scenes because we had to change things such as shoot our scene shoot our scene in different angles. My group was so stressed. The exhibition was around the corner and we didn't know how much time it would take. So we focused, eventually completed everything, and we were so proud that we pulled it off. And here is the image titles that we made in the beginning of the project. And this is the different scenes that we were making or writing about. And second is group member. Before starting high school, I wasn't a very good group member, or I wouldn't even talk to my group at all. But this school year, it all changed. After doing several group activities in class, in physics, we do SCE activities. We get together with the same category and we present with our group of the most interesting SCE. And SCE is what we have every week. It's a science current event. You read an article about something new in the physics world and we write down your opinion or what we learned. For example, if you have a robotic category and someone has the same, you get into that group and make a presentation about the article your group chose to present. The physics energizer activities are fun because we learn in a fun, creative way. For example, we had to learn about splitting atoms, what it looks like. We used marshmallows and chocolate chips. It really made me change about how I participate and work with my group members by helping each other and how to act. Now I really feel like I'm working together, getting progress done with them. By being a group member, I feel like I'm getting deeper into the topics we are learning about or discussing. And here's one of my SCEs, or this is my last SCE I did, and it's about a spider that prints 3D objects, and it crawls around and then it prints while it's moving. My third is going for extra help. Well, this is one strength I'm very proud of and that I'm doing, going to tutoring. I've been struggling in math a lot. In the first semester, I was not motivated and started to slack off. My grade was very low and I didn't even try to get help. As soon as first semester was about to end, I started to worry and stress. I started to realize I had to do something to raise my grade before I fail. Then I went to go to tutoring with Mr. I, and I made a plan to go at least 2 or 3 times a week. Gradually, I started to get things done and raised my grade up to an A+. I was really proud of myself, but at the same time mad because I didn't do anything earlier, which led to stress. Even last week, I had 3 missing assignments to revise. I went to math tutoring and got all of them done. I maintained an A+ in math. Now I'll be moving on to 2 things to work on. Staying on task. I have a hard time staying focused in class, and I'm sure my teachers can agree on that. Because I always talk to my friends and mess around. Though it will be hard not to talk to my friends in class, I will try my best to stay focused and follow instructions. I need to learn how to use time wisely. I tend to procrastinate, which leads to stress. To improve this, I have to put school and homework before I do all other activities like sports and chilling with friends. speaking up. Although I'm a talkative person with my friends in class, I don't really speak out and share my ideas or answers. I feel nervous, scared, and sometimes even embarrassed to share. In order to achieve this goal, I just have to go for it. I remember one time Mr. I said to me, "There's no right or wrong when sharing your thoughts," or something like that. So whenever I don't understand something or I have a thought, I'll ask a question and share what I think. My question for you guys is, what projects are you going to do next year for the new freshmen? Oh yeah, here's one of the things I had to revise for.
What's that? Was that Marcus?
He had to
Well,
revise.
Revise for
okay.
math.
Yeah.
What projects are you going to do?
All right, so, well, I'll go ahead and start. So first of all, I have to start with the banner project. That's like tradition. I always do the banner project
Oh, yeah.
for the team identity. Everybody's gonna come together. Then I'm actually gonna resurrect the underwater robots. So underwater
Oh,
robots are gonna come back.
that's
We're
cool.
also gonna do the drone stuff, because now I figured out a way how to combine the two of them. But then, let's see. There's some other projects, because I got a lot of feedback from you guys that you like the Resonance of Remembrance with the sound design and sound engineering. So I want to incorporate more stuff with the sound
that one.
engineering. I'm not quite sure what that project will look like, because I've been in contact still with this owner of the studio that we went to in the fall, and so he has some ideas, and so there's a lot of ideas floating around, but I don't know exactly what that project's going to look like. But more sound engineering, sound design stuff, of course, with robots, drones, all that fun stuff, and I have to teach you guys how to sew. So there's
Oh, yeah.
something sewing involved too.
Oh,
So
wow.
power tools, wood, robots, all that good stuff.
She sounds
So-
so fun.
I just like to do everything, so you know.
Well, I don't know what next year looks like for me. But whenever I teach, I definitely want to do some memoir project, because I love hearing your stories, and I think that there's so many skills involved in telling a story. I have to do a research something to teach you how to gather information from multiple sources and pull that all together and put your opinion out there through everyone else's opinions and evidence. And then I want to do a play again,
Oh,
because that
yes.
was just
I like
really
it.
fun
Yes.
and enjoyable to watch all of you stand up there and act out. So, whenever that is, that's the
I have a question for you, Marcus. Did you ever realize how you learn or what your learning style is, whether it's auditory, visual, or kinesthetic?
Well, before like the school year, in Mr. I's class, he asked us kind of like the same question, but I said I learn better through like activities and like visual, and like just not like hearing what the teacher is teaching us, but like doing what she's teaching us.
Yeah, and I think actually this is directly tied to your staying on task and also speaking up. There's two things that all tie in, because you're a kinesthetic learner. You learn through doing and hands-on stuff, right? And it's like even through your reflection, like all the different things that stood out to you were doing activities, right? Like we were building the atoms, separating protons and neutrons with chocolate chips and marshmallows, right? We were moving stuff physically around. And I think for you, like staying on task, it's hard for you to just like sit there and listen.
Yeah.
I'm the same person, okay? Because like it is, I was telling Miss Jana earlier, it is so hard for me to sit through 9 hours straight of TPOLs,
Oh, yeah.
right? Just straight sitting here and confined in one seat, and I can't move, because you know how much I move around the classroom.
Yeah.
You know, it's very difficult.
88.
So for you next year, there's an easy trick to helping us figure out. And I think for you, like if you have like paper clips or other things, you know, or also, did you notice what I was doing while you were talking?
No.
Okay, well, I was writing things down, like, because I'm a kinesthetic learner also. I have to physically be moving to be engaged with what's going on. Otherwise, I'll start like drifting off, or like sitting here, I accidentally start kicking Miss Jana, you know, all that other stuff. It's easy to get distracted. But tap into that, Marcus, because that is a strength for you. Your strength is in movement and action. you know. And so for that, like, find different things, whether it's a journal or writing or drawing or doing those different things to help you stay engaged. And I think that's going to help you a lot with the staying on task by just finding something to physically do, you know, like for you, like whenever you're listening to music during our work times, it's like you're just sitting there like doing your jams, like you're just in Marcus world, you're in the zone and you're focused because you're moving. And so for you, that's going to be a huge key for you 10th grade, is finding out a way that you can involve movement in your learning, whether it's writing or whether it's like having a fidget pen, you know, that you take apart. Because I noticed too, I don't know if you noticed this, but I watched you with the black pens, and like I would see you, you'd sit there and like you would disassemble your entire pen and you'd reassemble it, you know. But that is good for you. You need to be able to have something like that you can take apart and work on to help you be successful. What are your thoughts on that?
The same thing. Like, it's very good. Like, even though like I do it in class, I don't notice it, but then it helps me. Then other just sitting there.
Yeah, and I think that's going to help you a lot with doing that. And also too, this is going to help you with speaking up, because I remember you said that you feel uncomfortable and you're not quite sure what you want to say, or it's kind of scary. Part of that trick is just write down your question first. You know, if you're thinking and you're wondering something, like that's what I'll do. You'll see, like when you look through all my different TPLs, like I have a thought. I'm like, ooh, I want to ask Marcus right here. Is he a hands-on learner? Hands-on question mark. So I remember that, right? And then I don't get nervous later on asking like, oh, what was that? So try like writing down your thoughts and then sharing with your small group at the table or asking out in the larger class, because you already have it pre-thought out, so you don't have to think like on the spot like, oh, what was that question? Oh, are you a hands-on learner? You know, and those are little like tricks to help.
Nice.
Yeah, the note-taking is I think that's really going to help you, just because I was not the same way. I could sit for hours and listen. I don't know, but all things have changed since I've become a teacher, and I'm like, I have a 20-minute attention span. That's about all I can handle. Okay, all right. But if I know that I have to sit for a long period of time, like I'm always like, okay, need pen, need paper. Okay, I'm gonna listen and write down everything that you say, and I'm going to actively engage my brain, because if I just sit here, I will be thinking about lunch. So, yeah, the first day of class, like get your pen, get your paper, even if that's not what they've designated your notebook as, like have it out, have it ready, and you're like, okay, this is what we're doing. The other thing I was going to ask you about was this group work.